And good evening, everybody. It's Shelly with Soft Spot Stamping here tonight to work on to show you a little project that I've been working on. Now, I posted something several months ago that I was working on a coupon holder. I did this one, and this is old paper, so and I still haven't figured out how I like that tie yet, but I took a chance and I did one with some new paper, Delightful Daisy Designer Series paper from the big catalog from Stampin' Up, and I am thinking that I'm going to use Velcro to attach this, so that when you have this, and you could attach it to the back of your coupon holder, all you have to do is whip it open and there you go. So let's get started on how to do this. Really, it's really super easy. So I have my Designer Series paper, Delightful Daisy, and I'm going to pick one, and it's going to be so random. So these are double-sided. So the reason that's why I have them all spread out, is that you can see they are double-sided. So if I flip them over, you're going to see the same thing that I have, minus this one, which I've already used, the 12 by 12 piece of paper. So tonight, I think, just for the fun of it, let's do a blue one. Okay, so let me put this aside. Now the other cool thing that I'm going to introduce you to tonight is our Simply Scored scoreboard, scoring tool. All of the above, right? And this is this wonderful little thing here that's marked for you down each way. Then you get the scoring tool. The other cool little thing too is that you get markers, little tabs that you can put if you do things pretty consistently, you can mark them there, and then they come in this little, you can keep them in this little storage space here. So I'm going to tuck all that back in. I'm going to attempt to reattach my door, because sometimes I take it off and I never can get it back in. So that would just be my luck tonight, but I did it. There we go. Okay, so we're going to be using the scoring tool. Now the scorer, this little tool here, actually has a fine point end and a thicker point end. I'm actually going to use the thicker point. To me, it makes a better, for what I'm working with tonight, it's going to make a better score. First off, and I'm going to grab my trimmer, because we have to cut paper first, right? So if some of you have seen my videos before, know that this is a replacement for one that I originally bought from Stampin' Up that broke, and Fiskars actually replaced that. So this one doesn't look like the one in the catalog, and as you can see, it's kind of losing some punch here. So that means I'm going to have to buy a new one soon. Now the sizes that I'm going to give you, I will actually post on the blog and the Facebook page so that you can see them. But I'm going to whip my little arm out here. I'm going to stick my paper in. The first piece I'm going to cut is a 6 by 9.5. So I'm going to mark it at the 6 here. Lay my tool down. There's my 6, and now I have to go 9.5. Alright, so that's that one. Then I'm going to use, I need 2 3 by 5s. So since this is 6, right? If I do it again, did I do that at 3? I did do that at 3, okay. By 5. Okay, and then the last piece I need is 1.5 by 8.5. So since this one is still at 12, we're going to go 8.5 on this. And then we're going to make it 1.5. And this is going to be our belly band, or our coupon book band. It's the one that'll wrap around. Okay, so I have some little scrap pieces left over. Of course, I'm going to keep those and use those again some other time, some other card project. All right, now I will tell you that there's an alternative for this project that we're not going to do. It is adding 3 by 5 7/8 pieces to the inside of your coupon holder, and I'll show you what would happen there. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to have to move my note over here so I know where to score. I'm going to take my 6 by 9.5 and I'm going to lay it on my board. And I'm going to score it at 3 1/8. And like I said, I'm using the big end, so 3 1/8, 3 1/4, makes a very little thing, 6 5/8. Yes, I have to count sometimes. And then 7 1/8. Okay, so you can see on this side how it looks. We're actually going to fold those on those scores. And I folded that one a little off the score a tad, just a smooch. Then we're going to fold that one. You can see it starting to take shape, right? Very good. Okay. And this should have a double. Yeah, it's very tiny on this end. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our 2 3 by 5s and we're going to score at 1 inch we're going to score this one every inch. So I do a 1, I do a 2, I do a 3, and I do a 4. Okay, so let's do that one again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this one's the kind of fun one to do because you're going to accordion it. So you're going to go over, under, over, under, or you can call it whatever you want. Over, under, under. And they're going to look like that. Guess what that's going to be? That's going to be your sides. Yay! Pretty easy so far. All right, so our band that we're going to wrap around, we're going to score at 5 5/8, half and an eighth, right? 5 5/8, 6 1/8, and then I got to go backwards a little bit and do 2 1/8, and then 2 1/4. Okay, and this one you're just going to fold just like you did the first piece on your teeny tiny score lines there, and then on your ones that are a little closer here. All right, so I am going to grab some adhesive real quick. We're through with our scoring tool, so I'm going to move him to the side. And for the adhesive, just a couple of things that you can use. And I pulled out the book here to show you the catalog. Fast fuse would work. Snail I'd stay away from. And when I first did the first one, I used multi-purpose liquid glue. The challenge was that it can ooze out when you're doing it. It can ooze out a little bit. So you want to make sure that it's not doing that. What I did this time, and I thought it worked pretty well, was I used the Tear and Tape adhesive. So let me grab that real quick. So the Tear and Tape adhesive, I think is really, it's terrible. It's easy sticking. So far, my Delightful Daisy coupon holder hasn't fallen apart yet. So what you're going to do is you're going to take these two pieces right here. And what's going to happen, the short piece is going to be your top fold. The bottom piece is going to be your overfold. So you're going to take your two tabs, okay? And I will tell you that the first time I did one, I actually ended up with the wrong print on one side So you want to pay special attention to that. For me anyway, I would want the entire the blue part to be matchy-matchy. Okay, so let's take our we gotta find the end. Okay, and I guesstimate, or you can actually just, if you don't want to guesstimate, whoops, just go ahead and throw it down and then tear. Now, I'm not going to take the backing off yet because I want to do that to the other side. So I'm going to go, whoops, here, likes to attach to other things, especially if you drop it on them. So I'm going to take it and attach it, attach, and tear. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing to our second one. Attach. And you know what, if it doesn't go all the way down the middle, that's okay too. Because you're not going to see this. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Tear and Tape. Okay, now we can take our backing off. And it usually does come off pretty easily. Whoosh. Let's stick that down just a tad. Just a smooch. All right. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and I'm going to attach it to with my dark piece out. I'm going to attach it as close as I can to that bottom thing and try to, like, see, I just didn't do that. Oh my goodness. Okay, now it's tearing. It laid down too soon and it's going to tear. Okay. We still have adhesive, so we're going to make this work. Nobody's going to see that little tear. So I'm going to go right here, right? And I'm trying to get it as lined up with the edge as I can. This one didn't do so well on that, and then I fold that over, okay? Then I go over to the other side. And really probably the only person that knows I made a mistake until I told all of you guys that is me. Nobody's going to see that little, and if they see it, they'll pay attention to it maybe and then go, oh, you know, you had a little mistake there. Now what I would do, I folded that one down, but what I would do in the future is just tell you to not fold both sides on one side down until you get the other piece on. And then you can do, yeah, oh, okay. There we go. Okay, and then we'll just lay that on top of it. And there you have your little coupon holder. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty inside and out. Then you fold that over. Then the small piece goes at the bottom here. And like I said, I think I really want to do the Velcro because it's just going to be so easy. And what I would do is I would take the Fast Fuse tape and the tear and tape and attach it right here, and then just stick that to the back so that it stays put. And all you have to do when you're at the grocery store to get your coupon out is go zhit, zhit, and that's not going to move. It's going to stay in place. You can open up and get your coupons. You're ready to go home. You close it up, and there you go. Some people might even prefer without the band on it to put the Velcro here and just have that little closure there. Now the extra pieces that I told you we weren't going to do tonight, I tried it and I just wasn't as fond of it as I thought I might be, but you can put inserts in, so you have a couple of little pieces that will separate your coupons. I kind of like it just having it a little open. There's some separations, but coupons are never the same size anymore, so I figured that might not work so well. So there you have it, our little coupon holder tonight. I hope you've enjoyed watching me make this. This has been one of those fun projects for me. And I will say this, there is some really cool paper, designer series paper in our catalog, and I just have to show you because it's just that cool. I totally think the coffee break would be some good ones. Of course, when you're getting into the holiday season coming up, which I totally can't wait. The Be Merry pattern and birthday memories. Oh, yeah, and there's some over here too. So those are the stacks, so they're not going to be the big enough paper. But there you have it. There's your coupon holder using the Delightful Daisy paper series. So much fun. Think about gift giving coming up. You can make these for friends. You can make them for family for holidays. Make some for yourself. You could take one every. You could coordinate with your bags, or ladies, coordinate with your bags. All right, I will let you go for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Softspotstamping.com for all of your Stampin' Up! Needs. Ink, pads, paper, markers, stamps, of course, dies, you name it, we've got it. Check it out. And don't forget, I will say this, don't forget that Bonus Days ends Monday the 31st. Spend $50 this month and get $5 to spend in August, and that's for every $50 you spend. Don't forget to check it out. The hostess code's on my blog. Have a wonderful Sunday evening, everybody. Thanks so much. See you again soon.